Hi all, this is Mohit Rathi, and in this video, we are going to learn something about graphic designing. Okay, so graphic designing is basically you're going to design logos, posters, banners, etc., etc. So some of the tools that you can use for graphic designing is Adobe Photoshop. Photoshop is a very good tool, but you see the problem with Photoshop is it requires a lot of technical skills. So instead of Photoshop, I'm going to show you guys how to use this online tool called as Canva.com. I know a lot of you guys would already be using Canva.com, but you don't know how to put in across some great what do you say some great features in Canva. So I'm going to explore those features in Canva.com. So it is going to be a tutorial of 10 to 15 minutes that how do you use Canva.com effectively. And I'm going to show you guys to design three different things. Number one, logo. I personally don't recommend designing logos on Canva.com, but yeah, still for logos you have a good options available in Canva. So I'll show you logos, number one. Number two, I'm going to show you something called as website banner. That is, whenever you create a website, it also happens that you are supposed to create those banners, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sliding banners that you see on the home page, right? So the second thing that I'm going to teach you is website banners. And the third thing, which is very, very important, is social media post. Okay, under social media post, it is nothing but whatever you post on your Facebook page, your Instagram page, etc. That is called as your social media post. And in social media post also you can find two different type of post. Number one is single image, and number two is carousel. Okay, I'm going to teach you both that how do you create all of this in Canva.com. So let's get started. The first thing is logo. Now guys, you will have to first go to www.canva.com. You'll have to sign up, create an account. It will ask you for some of your basic details like name, email, etc. And then this is how it looks like. You have the home, you have all of your designs. That is, once you start creating your designs, everything is stored right over here. Okay, now you see, let's say you don't remember that what is the dimension of a logo, what is the dimension of a social media post, etc., etc. But I will quickly tell you what is the dimension. Logo is more or less 500 is to 500. However, a website logo का width रहेगा 300, website logo width is 300, and height is 200. So this is for a website logo, especially WordPress website logo. Website banner, it is the width is 1200 and the height is 600. So 1200 into 600. Social media post, by default 800 is to 800 goes very well. Okay, however, for Instagram story there is a different dimension. For example, I'll search over here Instagram story. Once I search for Instagram story, you see over here 1080 into 1920. So this is what is recommended for Instagram story. But 800 is to 800 goes very well on all the social media platforms or all the placements. Even on Instagram stories, it goes well. Even on Instagram newsfeed, it goes well. So instead of creating for story one type of post, for newsfeed one type of post, I would recommend for social media always go with 800 is to 800. Okay. Now I'll quickly jump in over here, and the first thing I'll search for is logo. Okay, now once I search for logo, let me click on this and let me start with a blank document. Once I click on blank, you see left hand side, the first option available is called as templates. So there are a lot of ready-made templates to choose from. Over here you'll find two options. Either it will be a free template, or either you will find the crown symbol. If you find the crown symbol, that is nothing but it is the pro version of Canva. You require pro version. You see, try Canva Pro. So don't take a pro template. What I will do is I'll scroll down. You see art and design logos, fashion logos, band logos, food, drink, etc., etc. So let's say education logo. Under education logo, I click on see all. Once I click on see all, let's say this particular thing is very close to my business. Let me scroll down a little. Yeah, this looks good. So I'll put across this one. Now I'll double click on this. Okay, once I double click on this, I'll make it as MKR Academy. Okay, so I think so this is a pro one. You see, you're getting remove watermark. So when I'll try to download this, it will ask me to pay and download. Otherwise, I can download with a free watermark draft, because this particular clip art which is used over here is a pro one. Okay, it is a pro one. So I'll just scroll down. Let me see if I can get something else. Yeah, this one. So I'll select this one and then make it as MKR Academy. Since I can remove this, I don't want this. So let's say this one. If I want to change the color of this, I can click on this. Over here is the color option. So I can change the color. Let's say white one. Okay. If I want to change the color of this one, which is the box over here, I'll click on this, and over here That's the color option. I can also move this back in. Now, if I want to add a tagline, left hand side, I'll go to text. Under text, I have a add a little bit of body text. So I'm going to click on add a little bit of body text. I can drag it like this. I can change the font size. So let's say I make it as 10. I can change the font styling over here. Okay, let's say I make it this one. I can make it a little bold. I can change the color right over here, etc., etc. So ये हो गया font styling, changing the font styling, etc., etc. right over here. Now, if you don't like a pre-made template, that is, you don't want to use this pre-made template, ready-made template, what you can do is you can jump into the element section. Okay, left-hand side, instead of template, jump into the element section. Under elements, you have this one, shapes. Stickers, I don't recommend using stickers on a logo. Stickers can be used in social media posts. So I'll go to shapes. Under shapes, you see I have different shapes to choose from. Now, let's say I select this particular shape. I put it across like this, MKR Academy. So let me put it across like this. Let me delete this off if I don't want this. Now I can change the color of this. I can change the color of this to, let's say, orange. I can give position backward. Okay. Now you see, now what I can do is I can move this one right over here. Then this one, okay. I'll have to first bring this one right over here. And then let me take this and push it inside like this. Let me put this one down. Let me make it has center alignment. Yeah, center alignment right over here. Then if I want, I can move it still inside. I can make it center alignment, etc., etc., etc. Okay. Now it is still not yet center alignment. I'll have to work a little more on this. But before that, I'll again go back to left-hand side elements. Under shapes, I'll see if there is any more shape that I can pick up. So let's say this shape, I can reduce the size of the shape. I can put it across over here, etc., etc. Under elements, instead of shapes, you can go to other options also. That is, you can go to stickers, etc., etc. But I personally don't like all of this. Okay, basically, I don't like creating a logo in Canva.com because I don't get that the logo is too good. Okay, I don't get that feel. But however, I want you guys to go ahead and design 2 logos in Canva.com for a good practice. At least design 2 logos in Canva.com. Try to use different colors, etc., etc. Try to explore whatever is there in the left hand side under templates, under elements, and under text. These are the only 3 things that you are going to use in order to design a logo. Don't use photos because in a logo, photos are not used, so don't use it. Here, you can rename the file. So you can call it as logo design 1. Okay, once you call it as logo design 1, you can go ahead, click on download, and you can download the file right over here. It will be downloaded to your local machine. Now, the second thing is you can again go back to the home screen. Once you go back to the home screen, if you click on all of your designs, your design will be saved over there. It is auto saved. So that is designing 2 logos is the first assignment. Okay. Now let me just, so let's go to the second most important component that you're supposed to design from Canva, which is your website banner. Okay. Now, what is a website banner? That is whenever you go on a website, the sliding banners that you see 1, 2, 3, 4 on the top. So those are your website banners. Now, what you're supposed to do is click on create a design and click on custom dimension. Under custom dimension, let's say the width is 1200 and the height is 600. So usually this is the dimension of a website banner. This is how it would look like. Okay. On left hand side, again, you have a lot of templates to choose from. So you can scroll down and choose a good template that goes very well in the background, etc., etc. But over here, I would like to show you one more option. That is, I want the background to be downloaded from an external website. So which is an external website? Let's say I go to pixabay.com. So Pixabay is a website where you get a lot of free images, royalty-free images, HD images. Now let me write over here, digital marketing. I want something related to digital marketing. So I'll write digital marketing. Once I write digital marketing, whatever is there on the top, ignore this one, guys. So this is sponsored by Shutterstock. All of these are paid images. You can scroll down a little. Okay, you see, apart from those sponsored images, you have 524 free images related to digital marketing. So let me scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Let me see what will go well in the background. So this is fine, this is fine. This looks good. So let me just click on this image. Let me click on free download. Then I can download it on this dimension. Let's say download. I'm not a robot. Go ahead and download this image. Once this image is downloaded, go back to canva.com. Left hand side, you'll find this option called as uploads. So you can click on uploads and upload the image from your local machine. So I'm going to drag and drop this image right over here, and then I'll put across this image. So guys, now I want this image to be in the background. So there are two things that I can do. I can drag it this way, I can drag it this way, and then I can drag it this way. But you see, the problem with this method is the dimension changes. Okay, the dimension changes. So instead, what I will do is left hand side, I'll go to elements. Under elements, I'll have this option. I have this option called as grid. So I'm going to click on grid. Once I click on grid, I'm going to drag and drop this image inside, something like this. Going to drag and drop this image inside so that it goes in the background. Okay, now I can double click on this. I can move it a little top to bottom, something like that. Okay, so very important guys, this option called as grid. So you can select a grid, and then whatever image that you have uploaded, you can drag and drop it inside the grid. Then it looks perfect. Now what I will do is left hand side over here, there is some space. So I will click on text. Once I click on text, I'll add a heading. I'll write it as website designing services. So the first banner of my website will talk about website designing services. So I'm going to write just website designing services. Okay, let me make it this. Now let me move it right over here. Once I move it over here, let me select this, change the color to, let's say, white. Move it like this. I'll change the font styling to this. Looks good. Great. Website designing services. So this is the first banner for my website. The banner number 1 is created. Okay. Now you can add more information right over here below. What I can do is I can go to elements. Under elements, I'll go to something called as shapes. Under shapes, I'll click on this particular shape, and then I'll put it right across over here. I'll change the color to black. I'll move the position backward. Okay, now you see this particular text looks highlighted. However, I will again click back over here and reduce the transparency of this. Okay, I'll reduce the transparency of this, and now you see, and full screen mode, website designing services. Okay, so if you want to highlight something, always use this option called as elements. Drag and drop the element. Okay, once you drag and drop the element, just make it as black and white combination. And this black, just decrease the transparency. Why are you decreasing the transparency? So that the image in the background is also looking good. Okay, that is how you use this particular option of elements. Now what you can do is you can also go ahead, click on elements. Under elements, you can scroll down and see if there is some sticker that can help you, etc., etc. Okay, usually I don't recommend creating a very fancy banner also. Okay, if you're creating a banner for some festival, etc., etc., that time it is fine. But usually I don't recommend creating a fancy banner. Okay, you guys must have seen something like this on social media post also. That is, swipe up, click here to download something like this, website designing services. So you can make your blog a little more interactive. You can make your poster banner a little more interactive by using all of these elements, etc., etc., all of the stickers. Okay. So once this is done, if in case guys you're using this element called as sticker, we call it as GIF, that time it will be downloaded as a video. It is no more a image. Okay, if in case you add this element, it is no more a image. It is called as a GIF video. So yeah, even that is fine. So you can either delete this and download this as a image, download it as a PNG image. Now left hand side, this is the first banner that I have created. I'll click on add new page, and this is going to be my second banner. In second banner also, first I'll go to templates. I'll see if there are some good templates. I can even search, let's say I search for website. So let's say if I search for website, let me see if there is some template related to website. No, let me search for, let's say I'm creating a website for a sporting company, some sport academy or something like that. So yeah, let's say this one. So I'm going to pick this up. Now in the background, this is the color. Instead of this color, I can change the color. Okay, I can try some other color. Yeah, this looks good. I can change the text over here, double click, change the text, etc., etc. Okay, always understand one more thing. Whatever color that you are using in the banner, right, it should be your logo color. Okay, that means logo, if you're using blue color in the logo, try to use the same blue color in your banner also. So everything looks in sync. Okay, now guys, I want you to go ahead, create 3 banners at least. and I want you guys to use this technique. I want you guys to go ahead, upload something. Okay, from where can you upload the images? Number one, you can pick some good images from pixabay.com. Number two, you can go ahead and use this website called as pexels.com. In Pexels also you get very good images. Number three, you can use Google Images also, but the problem with using Google Images is the images might be copyright protected. Okay, for example, I write in digital marketing, I write over here digital marketing, and then let's say I go to images. Now most of the images are over here are copyright protected. So what you can do is you can click on tools, you can click on usage rights, you can click on label for reuse. Okay, if you click on label for reuse, this is something that you can pick up. Now usually if I want images related to digital marketing or topics like this, Pixabay and Pexels are good option. But why do I use Google? Whenever I want a clip art, for example, I want man clip art. Now clip art is nothing but, you see, something like this. This is not available in Pixabay and Pexels.com. So whenever I want something like this, I usually go to Google. Okay, I click on this usage tools, usage rights, labeled for use. I click on this particular clip art. So I can right click, save image as. So let it load. It is still loading. Exit this image. Perfect. Right click, save image as, and then you can save the image on your desktop. It's getting saved as a HTML file. No, I want it as a save image as. Perfect. Now, once you click on save image as, you can go back to canva.com. Left hand side, use the upload option, try to upload the file, place it right over here, etc. etc. So I want you guys to use this upload option, guys. Very, very important to use this upload option, something like this. Then select the image. The image comes right over here, and you can place the image wherever you want. If you want it to be in the background, you can use elements grid option. Okay, so that is the second thing that I want you guys to design. Take 30 minutes and design a minimum of 3 banners for your website. Okay, and don't try to put all of your services in one banner. On website, you can create a slideshow of images, slideshow of banners. So one banner, one service. So for example, website designing services, एक banner में डाल दूंगा. In the second banner, I'm going to put something else. Let's say social media marketing, email marketing, something like that. So I'm going to classify different services, create one banner for each of them. And not just for the home page, even for about us page, you can create a banner. So for each and every page of the website, basically you can create a banner, right? Now, again, we'll go back to the home screen. So that is the second thing that I want you guys to design. Now let's move to the third and the most important one, social media post. Okay. So before that, I just want to show you one banner which I have created for my website, just for Infotech. You see, this is a very simple banner. And it says the leader in internet marketing, helping small business skyrocket. And then I added some animation effect. Okay, so create something like this, something very simple like this. Now, social media post, why is it important? It is important because this is something that you'll be creating on a day-to-day basis. So I'll go ahead, click on custom dimensions, 800 is to 800. Okay, 800 is to 800. And then once you create 800 is to 800, left-hand side, again, you have a lot of templates to choose from. Now, usually what I recommend people to do is try to create your social media post more or less in the same color. For example, I'll just show you my Instagram profile. So if you see my Instagram profile right over here, more or less the colors that I use is red and white. More or less it is red and white color that I keep using. Okay. You see over here, it is more or less red and white. I have also created this post on how do you create carousels in Canva. Do go and check it out. Okay. That is Instagram pe Mohit underscore Rathi underscore. You can go and find me over there. Now let's come back over here. So 800 is to 800 is going to be the dimension. Left hand side, again, you have a lot of good templates to choose from. And guys, let's say you decide that all of your social media post is going to be of this blue color, this purple color, or let's say this blue color. Then you need not keep changing it again and again. First, you need to finalize what is the type of color that you want. Okay, and then you need to keep creating content, etc., etc., etc. So that is how it is. Now you already know how to do editing. Left hand side, you already know how to use text, etc., etc. You option of music is not required. Elements is an important option. Under elements, there is grids and there is frames as well. So you can use this frame also. So let's say you create a frame, something like this. You can put in the picture of a person. Usually it is used in a resume. Okay, but you can use it over here also. So let's say, let me scroll down a little. Yeah, let me put across my image inside the frame. So you can use this option of frame also like this. Okay, let me go back to elements. So that is the option of frames. There are different frames that you can choose from. Option of stickers, option of adding lines, gradients, animals, etc., etc. Okay, and this is a new option which is added right now. So you have a lot of stickers related to COVID-19 so that you can create some content on that, etc., etc., etc. Okay, now if you want, this is called as a single image. This is the file name, so I'll call it as poster one. Okay, I'll call it as poster one. I can go ahead, download this as a PNG, so that is poster one. If I click on add new page, add new page, add new page, so that becomes a carousel. Image one, image two, image three, image four. Usually in carousels, I recommend 9 images. 9 images are considered to be decent images in carousel. Okay, so that is how you create a carousel also. Now, guys, designing is easy. What is difficult is the content. Okay, if you see my Instagram also, you'll think that the designing looks great. But to be very honest with you guys, designing is very much easy for me. What is more difficult for me is deciding what will be the content of image one, image two, image three, etc. So that is something that you are going to learn over a period of time. But yeah, canva.com will help you to beautifully put across your content in the form of image. Okay, now that's it on canva.com from my end. But before winding up on canva.com, I would like to also include that what are the other things that you can design in Canva. You can definitely design something called as visiting cards. Okay, visiting cards is nothing but your business cards, etc., etc. So visiting cards के लिए, business cards के लिए, it is a very good option. Okay, apart from business card, resume, even I had built my first resume on canva.com. So, and in resume also you have a lot of templates. Remember, it is always a good idea to choose a template, because when you're choosing a template, you have the basic format ready with you. And then you're just supposed to put across, change things, etc., etc. Now I can duplicate this and make it a 2-page content, 2-page resume also, 2-page resume, 2-page CV also. So yeah, you can also design that. Apart from that, YouTube thumbnail, if in case you want to design a YouTube thumbnail, you can go ahead, search for YouTube thumbnail, and just try to use the techniques which I told you in the left hand side. That is, you can upload your own images, you can use frame, you can use grid, etc., etc. YouTube thumbnail, Facebook cover, Instagram story, etc., etc., etc. But remember, for social media post, it is going to be more or less 800 is to 800. So guys, that's it on canva.com from my end. I want you guys to go ahead, do this activity, create 2 logos, create 3 banners, and create 5 social media posts. Okay, if in case you're able to do this, that will be great. Out of this 5 social media posts, minimum 3 carousels. Okay, minimum 3 carousel. Carousel is nothing but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 images. You can go to my Instagram profile and check how carousels look like. Okay, so that's it from my end. Thank you guys. Thank you all.